Introducing the next LEGO Nintendo set. It is a Game Boy. The classic Game Boy that I remember playing as a kid. This set has 421 pieces. It's going to be available starting on October 1st with a suggested retail price of 60 US dollars. It measures 14 centimeters or 5.5 inches long by 9 centimeters or 3.5 inches wide. The really neat thing about that size is that means it's 1-to-1 scale. This thing looks legit. Like, look at it. It looks like the actual thing. It's mind-boggling. It features working functions such as the control pad, also the A and B buttons, and start and select. On the side of the model, there's the volume dial that will actually spin, and also the external connection point, which is just an ingot tile. Looks like it has a Nintendo Game Boy 1x6 print piece. Also, the start select looks to be printed as well, and the headphone connection on the bottom. Up top there we have a few more print pieces such as the on-off switch, and the dot matrix with stereo sound, and also the battery, and on the left side of the model you can see the contrast dial. It looks like just below the A and B buttons and beside the start select button there is the speaker as well, which I believe will be printed. Keep in mind I'm just looking at the press kit images. I think those all look to be printed though. The realism doesn't stop there. On the back of the model you can see some more details such as like the serial number, I believe that is, just below the Game Paks slot. And you also get two games, which of course are brick built and don't actually work like the real games, but it is the Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, and also Super Mario Land. And those games are actually accompanied by the corresponding lenticular screens, or the Nintendo Startup. Lenticular means that the images are actually going to change when you move them back and forth, so it seems like LEGO has spared no expense on this set. With that said, it is a 421 piece set and it's going to retail for 60 US dollars. This image here does a great job of depicting the construction of the model, and the end product is being displayed on two different brick-built stands, one for the Game Pak and one for the Nintendo Game Boy. I just think that's so sick how you get the lenticular screens that just match up with those Game Paks. So cool. Overall, this looks like a fantastic model. I think a lot of vintage Nintendo Game Boy users are going to be pretty excited about that. Vintage at this point? Maybe. I mean, I was using it, so maybe it's not vintage. I'm curious to know if we can expect to get other Game Boys in the future, like a Game Boy Advance. Overall, just a really well-constructed model that's going to retail for $60. What do you think of it? I really think it hits the mark. Like, it looks absolutely fantastic. However, it is $60, but quite nostalgic, and I think if it has that much nostalgia, people are going to be willing to buy it for that price. Plus, they went over the top with the details, so I think it's sort of justifiable. But there we go. That is the Nintendo Game Boy. Let me know what you think by commenting below. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Have a great day. Bye for now.